Hello friends, welcome to the HTML tutorials. In this video we will cover how to use the frame sets into the HTML page. Frame sets basically are used to make the divisions on the pages. So if you are a beginner, you can start from the beginning. So for that I had shared a link below into the description section. So let's start for the frame set. For implementing frame set, we have to create a folder on the desktop. So just create a folder. So create a folder using name frame set. So you can give any name you want. It is not fixed that you have to give a name with the frame set. So what we require, our requirement is to create a layout looking like this. So we have to create the divisions. So in this section we require the 3 rows. This is the first row, which is the 10% we require. The second row, which is the 80%. So this is 80% row we require, and the third row we required is the 10% row, meaning is that we require the 3 rows. So for implementing this, so open a notepad file, write down the code of the HTML. Body tag we are not using in this video because frame set does not support the body tag. So directly write down the frame set. We have to divide the frames into the 3 rows. So first one is the 10%, which is this one. The second one is the 80%. So mention the 80% here, and the below one, which is the 10%. So mention the 10%. So firstly we had created a frame divided into the rows. In these frames there will be some frames, so mention the 3 frames will be there in the 3 rows. The middle frame, which is this one, it should be divided into the 2 parts, which is the columns, the first column and the second column. So we have to write down here the frame set. We have to divide into the column, which is the 20% column and the 80% column. In this frame set there will be 2 frames. So mention the frame. This is the first frame and the second frame. So this is what we required. So save this so that we will be get that what we are trying to implement is real or not. So save this, save anywhere. So in my case I am just going to save at the desktop. We had created one folder which is named with the frame set, so I will save there. Give any name. So I had given the name main.html. Choose the all files and save it to the folder frame set. Because we had created a folder, so it should be saved there. Give the name main.html. Select the frame set and open and save the file. So let's check. So this is the folder we had created with the name frame set. So open this folder. There is a file which is having the name main.html. So open it into the browser, any browser you want. So this is what we required. It's had implemented. So we have to give the name to these frames. So give the frame's name. The first frame should having the name header.html. So give the name header.html. Second frame should be saved with the name news.html. So give a news.html name. The third one should having the name register.html. So give the name register.html, and the last one frame should be having the name footer.html. Save this file and refresh the page. See, it's showing the blank because these files I have to create, because I had given the name. So these much HTML files we have to create. The first one is the header.html, news.html, register.html, and the footer.html. So let's start with the first one, which is the header.html. So open a notepad file, write down the coding HTML. In this you can use the body tag, mention the h1 for the heading, write down YouTube for the heading. Save this. It should be saved with the same name, which is the first one, header.html. So give the same name, header.html. All files, and make sure that you have saved into the same folder, which is the name having frame set, and just refresh the page. So see, it's showing the name YouTube. What we have to do, should be aligned and should be colored. So center tag you can use for the center align, and you can give the background color also. So BG color you can give any color you want, orange color. So save and refresh the page. So it's showing the text centered and colored. So this file has finished his work. So close this file. Now we have to implement the second file, which is the footer.html. So this one we have to require footer.html. So create another notepad file, open the notepad, write down the HTML, body, closing of the body. You can use the address tag here for mentioning address. So write down YouTube 2005 or copyright 2005 address tag. Save this. So save using the name footer.html. So give the same name, footer.html. Check that it should be saved into the same folder, frame set. Save this file and let's check the result. Refresh. It's showing the text YouTube@copyright 2005. So one more thing, make it center aligned and make color. So use the center tag and make it color. So center we did, give the background color, so BG color. So any color you want, orange in my case. Save. So it's centered, aligned but not colored. So let me check, is there any spelling mistake? BG color, orange. Let me do it again. BG color, orange. Okay, so it's colored and centered aligned. Now we have to implement this part. This one is the news.html. So make it with the name of news.html. So create another HTML file. So open again one more notepad. Write down the HTML, closing of the HTML, body tag, marquee tag you can use for the news, which will be scrolled from left to right or any another property you want. So create some more links. So anchor tag you can use for the links. C programming BR. Copy paste for more links. Change the name C++, CSS, HTML, C#, jQuery. Save this file. Should be saved with the same name given here, news.html. So give the same name. Select the whole file and make sure that it will be saved into the same folder, frameset. And let's check the result. Refresh the page. See it showing the news scrolling from right to left. So you can change the direction. So direction should be up. Save this and refresh the page. So it's not working. Let me check. Okay, notepad file is not responding. So let it be respond, and then after we will be continue for that. Till that you can go for a copy back. So it will be responding back. I don't know how much time it will be take. So we can just wait for him. Yeah, it's working. So refresh the page. It's showing the text scrolling from down to up. One more thing, we have to make height of this scrolling. So give the height property. Give any property 300. I am just giving the height. So refresh the page. It's showing height increased. One more thing we require, the text should be centered, aligned. So all links should be into the center tag. So give the center and closing of the center tag. Save this and refresh. Its text is center aligned. One more thing, we have to show a movie or a video file here. So first let me copy a movie file. So it can be anywhere. So let me copy paste this movie folder or a movie file into the same folder where we had copied pasted all the HTML file. So copy paste this one. So this is our MP4 file which having the name 1. So here we can use embed tag. Embed tag is used to show the video on the HTML. Write down the video name, which is M, and give the extension .mp4 and save and refresh. So see, it's showing the video playing in the HTML. So what we can do, we can adjust the width also because it's taking a scroll bar. So what we have to do, give the property width any width you want, so 240 you can give. Let's refresh the page. So it's working properly. There is no scroll bar. This is the last one you have to implement, which is the registration page. So registration page should be having the same name. So in our case we have to create one more file, which is the register.html, in which we have to create a registration page. So create one more HTML file. HTML, closing of the HTML, body, closing of the body. Write down a table tag. In this table tag, give the name and input type is equal to text box. Save this file. Save onto the same folder, which is the frame set. Give the name register.html. Make it to the all files and save this and refresh the page. So it's showing the registration page. So make it to the center aligned. So align center. So is there any problem? It's not center aligned. Align is equal to center. Let me check again. Refresh the page. Okay, it will not working here because it makes the center aligned for the page, not for the frame set. So there is one more option. We can do this adjustment into the CSS. So this is the use of the frame set, but the thing is that frame set does not support the multi browsers. So there is one more replacement, which is the div tag you can use in replacement of the frame set. So we will be having the session on the div also. This will be the next session. So we will understand how to make the website using the div also. So thank you very much guys. Subscribe the channel and don't forget to click on the notification so that you will get more updates from our side. Thank you very much.